Hey, good morning. Are y'all up yet? I know you are. I know you are up yet. There's some people that aren't. It is 10 minutes till 6 in Andalusia, Alabama today. Hey, Darlene's up. You get up early like me, don't you, darling? Listen, I am going to just cook breakfast. If you want to be with me, you can, or you can watch the news, or you can be reading your Bible, or whatever you do in the morning. But I got to do this. I'm at work. So I'm going to make some breakfast for a crowd, and you can be with me if you like to. I'm going to have to be moving around in this kitchen a lot, and so you may not be able to see me. I'll swap you here and there as I go. I'm turning this much grease. That's bacon grease right there. I'm turning it on high. I've got 12 or 13 tables of grits in this pot. Fix to turn it on high. And I've got a whole stick of butter in here. And some water. And salt. I got salt in there too. But I'm fixing to make some gravy right here. I've already got, in this pan, I've got about 18 eggs. Got a glass of water here. On this little area over here, I've got all my fixings for my fried apple pies. They are ready to go. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, and I see Kentucky's up. I see Kim is up, and James from Illinois. Goodness, what time is it there? What time zone are y'all on? I know Georgia folks are up. Where are you, Georgia? Here's Wayne. Good morning, good morning. I'm glad to see everybody this morning. I can't believe y'all are up at the same time as me. All right, as this gravy right here, as it melts, I'm going to put some all-purpose white lily flour in it. So I'm fixing to do that. And I would guess that this would probably be 3/4 of a cup. Let's see if that's enough or not enough or whatever. It's enough. I'm going to stir it around in there. See what I get going. I know that y'all are up. What have you got planned today? Are you retired or you going to go to work? What y'all going to do? I'm not going to wear these shoes to work today. I'm going to wear some nicer ones, but right now I'm working, so I just got on the most comfortable ones I can find. All right, so I'm going in this little pan right here. I'm going to stir it around and get it brown, and then I'm fixing to put my water in it, and then I'll put salt and pepper. You can make chicken gravy, pork chop gravy, bacon gravy, sausage gravy. All you need is grease, flour, and water. I don't know if, all right, here we go with our water. I don't know if you grew up on gravy, but I did. We had gravy practically, I would say, out of 10 meals, we probably had gravy with 5 of our meals a week. If we had 10 meals, we probably had that many things of gravy. All right, it's too thick, so I need more water. Or at this time, if you wanted to, you could add milk to yours. I didn't want to do milk gravy this morning. I wanted to do water gravy because I like the taste. If you put too much milk in gravy, what you taste is the milk. And I call that cream gravy when I'm doing it like that. Okay. Now let me show you my sausage. I hadn't even turned them on yet. I need to turn them on, but I'll get them out and show them to you how I did it. Okay, let me show you this and then I'll turn them on. Here are my smoked link sausage for today. I've got a skillet full. And I've got about maybe a half an inch of water in there with it. I'm fixed to turn it on high, which is 400 degrees right here, my oven. I'm going to cook these in the oven because it leaves my hands free to do something else. Okay, now I'm going to salt and pepper my gravy. Let it cook a while. Y'all, I got to use my new driveway for the first time yesterday. And it was so much fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going down it. It's got some ditches on each side of it. I hope I don't drive off in a ditch. Surely I won't. The driveway is wide. I like a lot of pepper in my gravy. Now these are already right here salted. So are my eggs already salted. I try to cook at least 2 eggs per person. And most of the time I'll wind up with a few leftovers, but that's okay too. All right, I'm going to turn my gravy down real low and I'm going to let it cook a while because I'm trying to let my flour cook in there, okay? And that's all it is for making gravy. Now then, while that's cooking on low, I'm going to turn it down a little further. We got our oven on with our sausage in it. Let's get over here and make a few pies. I don't know whether to put you right here or what. I don't know what to do with y'all this morning. I don't know what to do with you. I surely don't. I've been saving my biscuit dough for a while, and I put it in the freezer so it can get good. Good morning, good morning. Y'all talk to each other because I can't be reading and working at the same time. If you don't like it, go to a different place. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so I've got all my fixings except my water. I've got to have water to make pies. What would we do without water? I don't know. Got me a little water in this bowl. That's so that I can glue my pies together. That's what that's for. All right, now let me show you. All right, here's my pie filling right here. And that pie filling is canned pie filling. I have not made any pie yet. All right, here's my dough that I've got 3 little tiny packages that I've got that I saved from making biscuits. Just little bitty pieces, but they're all soft. And I had them in the freezer. I got them out last night so they could thaw out. I'm going to pile them up right here. See that it's just soft. I've got to add some flour to it and get it stiff so I can use it today. It's just like silly putty. Y'all, when you used to use silly putty, let me tell you what a doctor told me one time. I don't know how in the world he knew this or what he was thinking. But my son, Dallas, I've got a thing of flour out right here. Let me see if I can turn it down just a little bit. There we go. Is that better? I'm going to stir my grits now, and they're boiling. So I'm going to stir them, and I'm going to turn them down lower to about 4. And our gravy, we've got it going right here. I'm going to taste it in a little bit. My son had to have tubes in his ears. Have you had a child that had to have tubes in their ears? Well, mine did. My son did. And I'm just putting that flour all over it so I can get it stiffer, get it out of the thing, put that in there with it. And it was summertime. And he was 4 years old, and he couldn't understand why he couldn't go swimming like everybody else. Because we couldn't get water in those tubes of his ears, okay? So he told me, now y'all, this is nuts, but this is what he told me. He said, get you some silly putty and take a little piece of silly putty that you've got, break it off some, and make it like a the shape of a hot dog or a corn curl, whatever y'all want to get it. But it'd be, you know, long and kind of skinny. And he said, put that down in his ear, and then after you get the little part down in the ear, then spread it out kind of in there, you know, in the main big old part of the ear. And he said that will keep the water out. So heck, I tried it. And it did. It kept the water out of his ear. I couldn't believe it. And it was just silly putty. But you know, you've got those, let's throw that away. And we've got our dough right here, and I got to work it a while. So you've got those children with that kind of stuff, and sometimes you have to buy earplugs for them. But I just, what? Hey, y'all. Yes, I have twin boys, and they both have tubes in their ears. Well, my goodness, I guess it was hereditary, since they're twins and just alike, aren't they? Aren't twins amazing? Y'all, when you get your leftover biscuit dough out, just put it in the freezer. Wrap it in some plastic wrap. Put it in the freezer till you feel like you want to make a pie. And remember, you can make up your filling anything you want to put in it. You put figs in it. You can put cheese and sausage meat in it. You can put pizza fixings in it. Make you like a Hot Pocket. I get up going every morning. I tell you, I do. I get up going. Went to the ball game last night. We lost so bad. They ran all over us. And we hated it. We didn't want them to run all over us, but they did. All right, this seems stiff enough now. We can make our pie. Here's our dough. That's 3 things of leftover biscuit dough. And it seems pretty stiff. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So pinch you off about this much. Now this is about the size of a golf ball. A golf ball. That's what you want, about that size. Have you some flour on your surface. Get your rolling pin, put you some flour on it, and roll it out super thin. Now y'all, please don't be afraid of this. Please don't be afraid of this. I want y'all to know how to make a pie. For goodness sake. It's so easy. Go to my biscuit dough recipe. Make you some biscuits and then save you out just a little bit so you can make you a pie. All right, you roll it out. As you've noticed, mine is not a circle. Get you a heaping tablespoon of pie filling. A heaping tablespoon. You put it right in the middle. Take your water. Now this works like a glue. If you don't use it, water, then your pie is going to open up as soon as you put it in the grease, okay? So put the water around the edge of that dough on one side. Then take the other side and flip it up over there. Press it down. Put your little flour on your fingers. Cut it out into a pretty round shape like you want. Like that. And press it down with your fork. Okay, we've made one pie. There goes the fork. I'll have to get another one. There's our pie, and I'm going to sit it to the side over here. I'm going to stir my grits while I'm over here, y'all. I got to do that a little bit. I've got to stir these. I'm going to stir and I'm going to turn them down a little. Every now and then, just come over here and stir your grits. The secret to good grits is this. Let me tell you the secret. I need a little bit more water. Let's put that much in there. Seems a little bit thick. You want it to be able to roll around on your biscuit. Okay. The secret to good grits is this. Cook them a long time. If you cook yours 5 minutes, they're not going to be fitting to eat. Cook them a long time. And don't buy the instant ones. Get you some in a big jar. I mean, not a giant jar. A big bag. I keep mine right here in this. I put the whole bag in there, and it's probably like 3 or 4 pounds. I don't know, it's a lot. I'm going to put my filling in the middle, put my water around the edge, pull it over, tap it down, cut it out, and we got pie number 2. So today, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to work outside today. I also have to go to town today because we're doing a soup thing at church. And I want to make broccoli chowder. So if you'd like to see me make broccoli chowder, I'm going to be doing that on Sunday. And I'll film it. Y'all like broccoli chowder? Y'all like broccoli chowder this morning? You got to do everything in fast motion when you're cooking, because you got to. It's not like I've got as long as I want to. I have to have it ready at a certain time, so I can't piddle around. I cannot piddle around. I'm going to fry my eggs last, and I'm going to do my biscuits the very last. And when they come out of that oven, I'm heading to the Coddle House. And y'all need to even look up Coddle House or try to get in there, because I'm full up. No openings, no openings. So, I'm sorry. That's just the way that cookie crumbles. The only thing that I've got that's you can do is you can go to Hoffman Media and order my book. That's what you can do. That last book. So, I know Georgia's awake. Here's Bobby watching. Good morning, Brenda. This is Avis. Good morning. Love fried pies. I do too, darling. That's my problem. I love fried pies, and it wounds up right here. But if you only eat them occasionally, you ain't got anything to worry about. It's those people that eat them every day that's having the problem. Yesterday, I wore my diet pants. And y'all know, you've heard me talk about my diet pants. But if you haven't, if you don't know what that is, it's a pair of blue jeans. It's got holes all in it and everything else. And my blue jeans. And they're my diet pants. And the reason they are is the pants themselves are really super old. Maybe 30 years or something like that. They're old blue jeans. You couldn't sell them in a yard sale if you wanted to, because they're so ragged. But they're my outside diet pants. And here's what it means. when I go back out to my bedroom to put my clothes on and I'm going to work outside, I either put on my doctor's pants or my diet blue jeans. If I go back there to my bedroom to put on that, then, and I can't get them zipped, I can't get my blue jeans zipped, then I know that instant that the next 2 or 3 days I need to be cutting back on what I'm eating. And if I can't get them zipped, I put on those doctor's pants that has that string on it, that you can pull them as tight as you want to. Uh-oh. Oh, and by the way, if your dough sticks to the surface, that means you didn't put enough flour in it. So just scoop it up and rework it a little bit, okay? So yesterday, I got to wear my doctor's pants. I mean, my blue jeans. And they fit really good, so that means that my weight is fine. But on days when you see me with my doctor's pants on, it means that I must have gained some that week, so I couldn't get in my jeans. And so I'm on a mini diet. I try not to eat much supper at all. I don't eat much supper. I just don't do it. I try to go to bed on my dough's getting a little sticky. I'm going to add a little more flour to it. It seemed like it was getting a little stiff. I mean, a little loose. Sometimes I have to change my apron before I even go to work because I get flour all over it. Look at that. My mother always told me, she said, Brenda, you're a sloppy cook. The kitchen looks awful. All right, let's see right here just a minute. The kitchen looks awful. But she said, your food tastes good. So anyway, Walt has built him a fire pit at the Loch Loosa cabin. He's named it Loch Loosa. Now, I forgot what it means. It means something. Walt's my son-in-law. And I hadn't been over there to see it, but I will go over there and enjoy sitting around it. I love a little fire pit. They're so relaxing, aren't they? What is it about fire and water that we like so much? I don't know, but I do like it. When I was a little girl, I want to tell y'all this, that is something I thought about. And I never thought about it actually before. I'm going to get down low so I can talk to y'all. I'm too tall for this thing. My mother told me that the first word I ever learned to say when I was a baby, I'm going to have to do that one over, was moon. And I might have told y'all that before. Was moon. Well, I never thought about it, why I learned to say moon, but I did. So here's, after I was grown and old, I started thinking about that. Now, Mother is already passed away, so I can't ask her. I can't ask her that. But I know this. I didn't learn to say moon by being in the house. I didn't learn to say moon during the day. So obviously, my mother and daddy took me outside at night when I was little. And they pointed up. And they said to me, moon, moon. And they point. And I learned to say it. What else does that say about my mother and daddy? Here's what I think. I think it says that my mother and daddy loved nighttime, that they loved God's creation. They liked the coolness of the night. They wanted their baby girl to like the nighttime. They wanted their baby girl to love the Lord and His creation. See, I mean, it's just so easy, y'all. If you hadn't made them, I can't understand why not. Are y'all afraid? Anyway, so Mother and Daddy too, I guess, both of them. As George would say, both of them. Both of them. Both of them means both of them. That's Southern. Both of them, B-O-F-F-U-M, both of them means both of them. Both of them love the moon. We say a lot of things. We blend words together in the South to make one word, and we know what it means. It's like the time we had a visitor from Boston, Massachusetts, and he came to be with us for about a week or so, and he couldn't get over that nobody was blowing their horn at each other when you're in a car. He just couldn't get over it. I don't know what to say other than we're just being kind to each other. Let me stir my grits. They want to stick just a little bit. All right, now here's what I do next. It's time to do this, and I'll show it to y'all. If I can get the grits done, let me do it. All right. I'm going to taste my gravy because I think it's cooked enough. And it's a little bit on the thick side, so I'm going to add just a little bit more water. Just a little bit before I pour it up. I'm going to take this bowl right here. This is what I call my gravy bowl, and I don't want to put my gravy in a cold bowl, so I'm just going to stick it in the oven. It's 400 degrees in there. Just a minute while I stir this up, and I'm going to turn it to high, so that when I do pour this gravy up, it is hot, hot. Sometimes it'll even sizzle a little bit when I put it in there. I got to taste it first, though. I don't know if it's got enough salt and pepper. Let's taste our gravy and see what it's doing. Needs more salt and pepper. Salt. Pepper. Little water. I'm not going to have to taste it again because I know I put in the exact right amount. If you don't feel confident with yours, you can taste it again. Our grits are getting good and thick. Come over here and look in there and see. See how nice and thick they're getting? Look at that. They're almost ready. But not quite. They have to cook longer than the gravy does. Okay, we've got this down to really bubbling right there. We're fixing to pour it in our bowl. Let me wash my hands off. And then we'll go back to making our pies. Move that out of the way. We're going to put our bowl right here. And I got this yesterday. Isn't that pretty? Somebody made that for me. Isn't that pretty? We'll sit it right there and we'll take my bowl out. And it's good and hot. I am going to pour my gravy in this little brown bowl. And I'm going to sit it on this back eye that always stays hot because, well, the eye doesn't, but the heat comes out of the oven to it. Okay, let's pick it up. And pour it in. Put this over in my sink, put a little water in it. Now then, our gravy is ready. Here's what it looks like. Like that. It's pretty, isn't it? It's going to be good on a biscuit this morning. Sit it on my back eye, and I'm going to put some foil over the top of it to keep it nice and warm. And it's going to stay warm in there. And then here's the platter that we're going to put the pies on. And so I'm going to put it on top of the bowl so we can get warm because we're not going to put our pies on a cold plate. So just stick it right there and then turn that off. Now, I can go back to this. What were we talking about? What were we talking about? I don't even remember. Anyway, this is what I'm doing this morning. And I thought about my mama, my sweet daddy, and how they took their baby outside to look at the moon. How sweet is that? Have you taken your children outside and talked about the moon? Some of you haven't. There was a show the other day on TV, on Facebook. This guy was going around asking teenagers, well, and some of them weren't teenagers, they were grown folks, different questions. Just simple things. Oh, and by the way, I've got this out here that I keep sticking my fork in because your fork has to be floured to push it down. So he asked this lady, a simple question. He said, how many moons does the earth have? How many moons? And she didn't know that it was one moon. You know how many she said? She said 9. And I was shocked to pieces. I thought, where has she been? God love her. Y'all, if you assume that a child knows something, then you would be wrong. You can't assume that your grandchildren know stuff that you know. Somebody's got to tell them, or they got to read it or figure it out. Take your kids outside. My word, take your kids outside. Let them see different trees. Talk about the different leaves and that all trees don't have the same type leaf. talk about that some trees lose their leaves in the winter and some don't. I've got 2 oak trees outside that lose theirs in the spring right before the new ones come on. Talk about the difference in evergreen trees and deciduous trees. Let them know that some trees that are naked in the winter, that don't, just naked branches, they don't have any leaves at all, are deciduous. And the ones that hang on to their leaves are evergreens. Talk about the veins in a leaf. There's so much you can talk about. Get your kids outside. Go catch a bumblebee in a jar. And then look at him real good, examine him, and then let him go. Anyway, I'm cooking breakfast this morning, and I'm glad you're with me. I'm going to, when I do my biscuit when I start doing my biscuits this morning, I'm not going to do a live. I'm going to do a Facebook. And if you're having trouble making biscuits, make sure you tune in the next day or two when I post that I'm doing biscuits. There's no reason in the world y'all can't do them. Not any reason whatsoever. And for goodness sake, don't be afraid. What's there to be afraid of? So what if you mess up? So what? You'll still eat them. They might not be the prettiest ones in the block, but they're going to be edible. The most people mess up on their biscuits because they skimp on the buttermilk. That's what they're doing. You need to put at least a cup or cup and a half of stuff in there. All right, I'm fixed to go. This is too long. Y'all can't stay with me forever. Let's see what we got. I'm going to tune out in just a second, but I want to read a little bit. Good morning, sweet Brenda. Had chili last evening for dinner. Mayburn, North Carolina. But good for you. Here's Melissa this morning, and Jeff, and Gloria's watching. I saw that tool. What tool are we talking about? I don't even know what y'all talking about now. Love to make biscuits. Thank you for encouraging me to try. Well, I am tickled. I'm tickled. I love for y'all to be loving your kitchen. Did y'all know that you're the queen of your kitchen? Did you know that? You are. You're the queen of your kitchen. And you can make whatever you want to and then let everybody eat it. It'll be so good. How long have these little pies lasted? Oh, you mean like this? They don't last very long. In other words, when you make them, you need to eat them then. You might get eat them the next day, but that's it. They don't last long. I'm fixed to fry them, and I'm hoping that they're all gone this morning. Your broccoli chowder recipe sounds so good, it is. And I'm going to film that, and I'm going to put it on my Facebook show. A lot of you won't get to see it. You know why? Because you're following a fake thing. You need to go to Cooking with Brenda Gantt, chef, and a check mark, and it has 3,800,000 followers. If it's any less than that, it's not mine. Grandma's Kitchen is not mine. Brenda Gantt Recipes is not mine. Somebody stole my videos. Can you believe that? Shame on you. All right. Love y'all. I'm having a tea party today. Oh, that sounds so fun. Y'all wear your pearls and your big hats. That'll be a fun thing. I love tea parties. Got my third cookbook. I love it. Well, thank you so much, darling, for ordering it, and I'm glad you love it. And remember that recipe in there for ranch dressing. It is so good. It took me hours and hours to perfect that one. You're gonna love it. And there's a whole chapter on cookies, and the holidays coming up. It's gonna be so nice. Remember to get these for your friends and relatives for Christmas a cookbook. And remember to write in it. Don't ever give somebody a cookbook without writing. You write a little note to them in that book. That is so important, okay? Love y'all. Have a great, what is today? Saturday. It's Saturday. Love y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.